Here we are, day 12. I'm still at it, and you're still coming. So I'm doing something right, I guess. I guess today won't be that long either. Uh, my back is killing me. I can tell you that. My back is sore. My filament order came in all in one day. Uh, I ordered on different days from Amazon so that I would get it in pieces and chunks, and it was much more manageable. No, they sent me 17 boxes, 20 kilos each. It was a back-breaking day. I also had 6 printers show up. Um, I got my first chest box almost done. The second set of pieces is on the printer and it's almost done. Here's the chest box. This is what it looks like when it's closed. Uh, the lid I didn't have together the last time. Now I do. See, it has this little lip here all the way around. I had to glue these sections together. So you take the lid off and you take the chessboard out and you can see all the little pieces. This guy wanted the skeletons. So I need to go in and clean them up still. I just went and got some stuff from the hobby shop to work on this stuff. I got a pair of snips so I can snip these ends. And it's probably what I'll do when I do the live show, because it's enough for me to keep my mind occupied. I picked up this sponge. I think it'll do well for little marks. And then I found if you hit it with a lighter, I'll get a torch eventually where I can just hit it with a torch. Hit it with a lighter and run my finger over, you can't even see it. So I cleaned it all up. You can't really tell where it was on the bottom. Do not like the bottoms. The bottoms did not come out well. Can't really see it with the light. I don't like the bottoms. The other than that, it's really nice. The lines up really nice so that you can play. I think I'm going to run this as a product. I got the boxes coming today so I can look at it and see if I can ship it. If not, oh well. It just goes right back together. And that's what it looks like, guys. I mean, it's a nice piece when it's all done. It takes some time. But I honestly think that this box, I should be able to get $39.95 for it on Amazon, which is a nice profit margin for me. I don't know that I'm going to go into full-blown production on them, but it's a nice little profit. I thought about shipping them myself. I don't know if I want the aggravation. I'll have a better idea when the boxes get here today. I don't know where my tape measure is. The other thing I got was, I feel like a dentist now. I got all these things with these little hooks. All these different hooks. It's so I can pick the plastic that I need to pick. The guy's coming to put a threshold in my shower. Hey, how's it going, buddy? That's my chest box. My first official chest box. This one's going to a customer. The guy's coming to do my shower threshold over because it leaks. So we need a new shower threshold so the water stays in. Um, I'm enjoying the printing. This time I have the top together so you can see the lip around it. Super glue came. Um, One thing I strongly recommend. I got this at the Michaels. It's a 600 grit sanding sponge. It's just enough to hit the burrs. Um, I also found nippers in the model section that are like really nice. They work very well for me. If you use the sanding thing on it, just hit it with a light. Just hit it with a lighter. Hit it real quick. Run your finger over it. You'll never even see the mark. Um, that's where I'm at. All my filament came in yesterday, so that was backbreaking work. Almost 300 rolls of filament. Um, I got I got cleaning sponges on running, so I have four of them. It takes a makeup thing on it, a makeup removal pad, cotton swab pad, and you screw it on, and then you can clean like the boards and stuff. Um, the blue chest pieces are running. I got handles for the tops of the AMSs. I got two printed. I got two more printing. I got to go to the hardware store. Uh, what it does is it sits on top of the AMS so that you can pick it up and turn it. Um, I have real bad arthritis, guys, so I have a hard time working on this stuff. So I got to be able to pick it up and turn it so I can reload the filament, set it back the way it is. I need to be able to get to all the sides of it to operate it because of the arthritis in my hands. Uh, it gives me problems. I drop a lot of things. I can't hold things tight. Um, Little things get to be very hard on my hands. Over here, I got some baskets printing I need. What I'm finding is I'm spending a lot of time printing stuff, not like this, not the chest box. But what I'm finding is I'm spending a lot of time um, printing stuff I need around here right now. I'm not printing production. My electrician comes Thursday. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to the electrician finally showing up. Uh, I've been playing with my edges and seeing what I can do, what I can learn um, with the supports and stuff. Not a whole lot going on. I did work on my label again. This is what I have now. I really like the other one better, but this label, now this black down here will be gone. Uh, I'm going to put the warning, suffocation warning on every label right here under the made in the USA. I really like the other one with all the grayscale in it. The problem is my Dymo printer for the 4x6 won't print that grayscale because I got one of them cheap printers that basically only prints black ink. So I had to change the design a little bit. It's still the same basic concept. It's nicer than anybody else's online. Nobody else has anything. They just throw Amazon ASIN sticker on it and they're done. I did my show last night. If you haven't seen my Amazon story on the homepage of this channel, there is my Amazon story. That's where I'm going to talk about things like selling on Amazon, how I did it, why I do it a certain way over what other people do. Like, guys, honestly, my fear with this thing is that it is a success. This will be hard to keep in inventory. I'd be lucky to get, depending on how I run it, I'd have to really figure it out. Um, I'd have to run it almost. I think I could only get about 4 boxes a day on the 12 machines, maybe 5. So the problem is everything with 2 colors takes a long time. Um, I could change things around a little bit. Like the base of this could be black instead of blue. Nobody, I don't think anybody would really mind that. So that I'd only have the boards and this in 2 color. This takes twice as long. Well, it takes about the same amount of time for this as it does to print the boards if you print the boards on 2 machines. This is just over 2 hours. The boards are about an hour and 10 minutes a piece if you print them on 2 machines. It takes about an hour and 15 minutes. So I could ramp up production, but then I wouldn't be able to make chess pieces themselves. I'd have to run chess pieces overnight. I would have to come in here for the 2 color stuff. I mean, it would be it'd be a big change to my production. I don't know that I'm willing to do that. When you plan on launching? January 1st. Why am I launching January 1st? One, I can build up inventory between now and then. I get real lazy during the holidays. I got so much end of the year stuff to do with a business this side. I got to sit down with each of my vendors. Sometimes I go to them and I sit down and we actually break bread together. When I tell you I have good relationships with my vendors, I mean I have very good relationships with my vendors. Plan out what everybody's expecting in 2026. That's what I'm doing at the end of this year because next year's 2026. But at the end of the year, I plan out what we're planning on for next year. How do I think I can increase their business a little? What I can do to help them increase sales, and we go over pricing and what happens. What do we think is going to happen with the tariffs? We talk about tariffs. We talk about a lot of things. The damn fan's blowing. I need a butane torch. But the other thing is if you launch now on Amazon, what happens is if you get a spike in sales, you're not going to be able to replenish. So your sales rank takes a dive. Then you got to fight to get your rank back because Amazon sees it as you can't keep enough stock. It's part of their algorithm. They want to see stock on a steady flow, and you don't get that at Christmas. I'd rather have a year to work on it because then I'll be able to predict what Christmas is going to be like a lot more. These boxes are very profitable. The problem is I'm not set up with enough AMSs to run them. There is a bigger box. There's a full-size box. This has, I believe it's like 1-inch squares on it. There's one with 2-inch squares on it, which is a much bigger box. I'm probably going to run one of those tonight. I want to start with the board and go from there. I want to see what the board looks like. All I know is now that the print shop is laid out, I feel a lot more comfortable. As you can see, it's not as crazy around here. Let me unplug this so I can show you around. There's the office. That's the filament. The housekeeper just vacuumed the rug. There's the other set of AMSs there's two behind me. Oops, that way. My bald head, and then there's two P1S's in here. This room is much more organized now. It's taken care of. Everything has a place, a home. There are things that I still need. I keep a list. I need canned air. I need some spray bottles. I need a photo cube. I don't know where my photo cube is. I may have given it away because I wasn't taking pictures anymore. I really have a plan for launch, and right now it's about getting production going. These will be done today. That's my label. My printer doesn't do the grayscale as well, so I went with a more of a black and white label. Very basic, very generic, but when it's on the main image, and I have the pieces over here, and this is the bag, and I'll have a couple pieces out of the bag. It's really going to make a nice presentation, and I'm going to make sure I don't block the made in the USA. I may put a king, a queen, and a rook laying down or something, so it almost frames made in the USA. I do try and get creative with my images on the front. I don't do everything the same as everybody else does. And then I don't have a lot going on. It's getting ready. I have all the printers in house now. All the parts are printed. All the poop chutes are printed. All the everything's laid out. I have all the foam I need for the racks. I have all the racks. Everything's in place. The only thing I need is the electrician to pull flip the switch for production. I'm probably going to run off a couple hundred of these this afternoon, put them on the bags, see how it looks on the bags. And then it's a matter of just waiting to launch. I've been working on my listing, my wording on my listing. I spend a lot of time reading other people's listings, looking how they do things, and I try to improve. My big thing is I want to be better today than yesterday. Better today than yesterday. If I'm better today than I was yesterday, you can't stop me. Now, the one thing I can tell you is, and what people start to begin to not understand, fail to realize, people fail to realize that you ain't going to outwork me. I started at 3:30 this morning, and I will go till 7 o'clock, nonstop on 3D printing. And I'll get up and do it again tomorrow, and I'll do it every day until I don't have to do it anymore. As you can tell, I got red and white sitting back there. A buddy of mine is an Ohio State fan. I think I'm going to print him a chest box for his mantle. I also know he has an Airbnb, so maybe he'll put it in his Airbnb with a QR code right to my site, so people can buy it there if they want it. I'm finding out that this is if you put the time in, this can be very lucrative. There's a lot of ideas. I've had, brainstorming. I've had a gazillion ideas of how to make money with this stuff. The problem I have is the dollars and cents that it would take to ramp up to that level. I gave Steve an idea this morning. I thought about, you could print off one model a week, right? And have a Whatnot show, YouTube show with a link to an eBay item where you could buy the item for next week's show. And what you get is you get the model, and we sit here and we just hang out like the wine and paint things. I would do it on YouTube with a model and like a ceramic. You sit there in class and paint the ceramics and do it live on YouTube and build up a following that way. Print all week and then run a YouTube, not a YouTube, but whatnot every Saturday for your 3D stuff. Steve, you weren't here earlier. That's the chest box. The lid comes off real nice. It's all glued together. When you open it up, there's pieces in here. This guy went with the skeletons. That's the pawn of the skeleton. So they're good sized pieces. When you put it all back together again, it goes together real nice. It's a nice little box. I think on Amazon this could easily bring $40. I really do believe it could bring $40. I just don't. I don't know that I could keep up with production. This is a big piece to make. This is a lot of machines at volume. And I would like to do it in an array of colors. So it's going to be, it's a tough sale on Amazon. But I really like it. I'm pretty proud of myself. It came out really nice. The pieces sit in there nice. They play well. They're the right size. They're the right size on the board. I'll put it on the blue spot so you can see it. It's a nice piece on the board. I think this is the queen. So let me see if I can line it up so you can see it. It's a nice size piece on the board. So I got the sizing right. It's a professional. I mean, this is an item you would find at Target or any of those stores for Christmas. My problem is I don't know that I can keep up with production. I definitely am not going to try and sell it for Christmas. I was thinking about putting it on Etsy. The problem is I don't have an Etsy store. So yeah, I've really got things coming along. I got all my filament in. Everything's organized. All my printers are organized. My Dymo is sitting over there for the packaging. Now, I don't think I'm going to run automation in the beginning. So what I'm going to do is a set. That's a set right there. That's one side, what I'm calling a set. It's 17 pieces. The tournament, I can run 17 pieces on a plate because there's no supports needed. The skeletons need a ton of supports, man. I have a half as much weight in supports as I do in pieces. So what I think I'm going to do is when I clear a plate, once a plate prints, I'm going to get a plastic container and just stack them. I'm probably going to get those cheap food containers so you can dump them in. This way I can dump, print, and I can restart much quicker. My wife has offered to package, so I don't want to take her job by packaging as it comes off the press. It'll also give her a chance to look for imperfections. Like the blue set back there, I got to reprint one of the frickin' pawns. It went ghost on me halfway through, and it's kind of all wobbly, and it is what it is. I've been on here a lot longer than I thought I was going to be today. Guys, there's not a whole lot once you have your systems and processes built. Now, for me, I have my systems and processes. It's all about putting them in place and then streamlining them. I found out that having the printers this way is working much better for me than on a shelf because I'm not doing mass production. A lot of this stuff is one off. So I can't wait till you get the first few sales. It's going to be January, unless I go on Etsy. I don't know that I want to go on Etsy. I don't even know how to. I don't know nothing about Etsy. And the only thing I would put on Etsy is the box. What I may do is just print up boxes for stock and put them inside the closet and launch those in January as well. Hi, Amanda. How are you? So that's what I got going on, guys. It's been an uphill battle. 12 days in, I have 21 printers in stock, 19 A1 minis, 2 P1Ss, and it's been a huge learning curve. But I made it. I believe that I have a sellable product, and I'll be ready to launch in January, which is quite fast for a product on Amazon. It could take 2 months coming from China, and that's where this product would be sourced, is in China. It's plastic, so it would be sourced in China. It's the best place for China. I don't have an account on eBay anymore. I don't have nothing. I have Amazon. That's it. I may sell a couple on the show or something. I may go on Scott's show and ask anybody if they want to buy one and test it out, see what they think of it. I may do a giveaway on here on the 30th day. A random giveaway. What are you 3D printing? Chess boxes. And you take the top off, take one piece of the board off, and there's chess pieces inside. That's a tough. It would have a good sale price. I just don't know that I can keep the inventory up for Amazon sales. Guys, I got to get going. It's been a half an hour. I have so much stuff to get done personally. I'll be back tomorrow. If I get a chance, I'll come on tonight and we'll talk about about finding a product some more for the Amazon. I can't guarantee it, but you all have a great day. God bless. Remember, God loves you. I'm trying, but it's a lot of work.